Have you ever looked up from something you were working on or watching or thinking about and suddenly realized 3 hours went by and you have no idea where they went? Or maybe the opposite. You're absolutely certain you have plenty of time before your appointment and then somehow you're late again and you genuinely don't understand how that happened. If time feels less like a clock and more like a mystery, you're not lazy, you're not irresponsible, and this video is for you. Hi, I'm Jacqueline from ASD Life Coaches, where we help autistic adults build real-world skills, independence, and confidence through cognitive life skills coaching. If this is your first time here, welcome. And if you've been with us for a while, I'm really glad you're back. Today, we're diving into something called time blindness. What it actually is, why autistic brains experience it so intensely, and how to stop fighting it and start working with it instead. 1. What time blindness actually is and why it happens. 2. How it shows up in real daily life. And 3. 4 practical strategies you could start using this week to manage it in a way that actually fits your brain. Let's start with the basics. Time blindness is a term coined by Dr. Russell Barkley to describe the difficulty many people with ADHD and autistic people have with perceiving time accurately. It doesn't mean you don't know what a clock is. It means your brain doesn't automatically track the passage of time the way neurotypical brains tend to do. Here's what's happening underneath. Most neurotypical people have what you might call an internal clock running in the background, a kind of passive awareness of how long things take, how much time has passed, and how far away a future event is. For many autistic people, that background clock is either very quiet or it runs inconsistently. Part of this connects to executive functioning, specifically the areas of the brain responsible for working memory and time management. When you're deeply focused on something, a task, a special interest, a conversation, your brain can become so absorbed in the present moment that everything else, including time, essentially disappears. This is sometimes called hyperfocus, and while it can be a genuine strength, it also means that time can slip away without any internal warning. There's also something important happening with how autistic brains perceive now versus not now. Neurotypical time perception tends to exist on a kind of gradient. Things feel near or far based on how much time is between now and then. For many autistic people, time can feel more binary. Something is either happening right now or it isn't real yet. An appointment next Tuesday might feel completely abstract until it's suddenly Tuesday morning and it's very, very real. This isn't a character flaw, it's not immaturity, it's a neurological difference in how your brain processes time as a concept. And understanding that is the first step towards working with it instead of blaming yourself for it. Let me paint a couple of pictures so that this feels more concrete. The workday spiral. Imagine you sit down to respond to one email before a meeting. The email requires a little research, and that research leads you somewhere interesting. And before you know it, your brain is fully engaged and moving fast. You feel productive, you feel good. And then a coworker knocks on your door and says, "Hey, the meeting started 10 minutes ago." You feel blindsided, even a little panicked, because from the inside, it felt like 5 minutes. You weren't being careless. Your brain simply wasn't tracking time in the background while it was deeply focused in the foreground. Here's another example, the pre-event disappearing act. You have a doctor's appointment at 2 p.m., it's 12:30, you think, I have plenty of time. I'll just relax for a bit. But relaxing for you might mean getting absorbed in something, a show, a project, your thoughts. And the next time you look up, it's 1:52 and you haven't left yet, and now your nervous system is in full alarm mode. The appointment didn't sneak up on you because you forgot. It snuck up on you because the time between now and then didn't feel real until it ran out. Both of these are incredibly common for autistic adults. We've all experienced it, but they're definitely manageable with the right systems put into place. So here are 4 strategies that work with time blindness rather than against it. These aren't about trying harder or being more disciplined. They're about building external systems that do what your internal clock isn't doing automatically. So we need to make time visible. Replace invisible time with something you can actually see or hear. If your brain doesn't track time passively, you need to make a time sensory experience, something that exists in your environment, not just in your head. So get a visual timer. The time timer is a popular one. It shows time as a shrinking red disc so you can literally see time disappearing. You can also use apps like Time Timer on your phone or set visual countdown clocks on a screen nearby. The key is that the timer is visible while you're working, not buried in a pocket or on a different tab. Use this anytime you need to stay within a block of time, work tasks, transitions, getting ready to leave the house. Strategy 2, time anchors. We want preset alarms at specific intervals to interrupt your focus and reconnect you with real time. Rather than trusting yourself to check the clock, you outsource that job to your phone. The alarm does the checking for you. Set a series of alarms for any time-sensitive period. For example, if your appointment is at 2 and you need to leave at 1:40, set alarms at 12:31, 1:20, and 1:35. Label each alarm with what it means. 1 hour until appointment. Start getting ready. Leave in 5 minutes. The label is important because it gives the alarm meaning instead of just a jolt. Use this for your morning routines, getting ready to go somewhere, work deadlines, and transitioning between activities. Another strategy is estimate and then double it. So a simple mental rule for planning how long things will take. Most people or not underestimate how long tasks take. Autistic people can especially be prone to this because hyperfocus makes short tasks feel shorter, and planning doesn't always account for transitions. So doubling your estimate builds a buffer that absorbs the reality gap. Before a task, ask yourself, how long do I think this will take? Then double that number and use the doubled number for your planning. If you think it will take 20 minutes, plan for 40. If you think the drive will take 15, leave 30 minutes before you need to arrive. Over time, you can calibrate this. You can keep a simple note in your phone of how long common tasks actually take as you gain experience. Use this anytime you're planning your day, making a schedule, or committing to something time specific. Fourth strategy is the transition ritual, a small, consistent routine that signals your brain that one thing is ending and another is beginning. Transitions are hard for autistic brains, partly because switching focus is cognitively expensive, and partly because the next thing doesn't feel real until you're in it. A short ritual creates a bridge between now and next, reducing abruptness that makes transitions feel jarring. Design a 2 to 3 step ritual you do every time you need to shift activities. It could be a simple stand up, stretch, take a drink of water, look at your schedule, or close all open tabs, write one sentence about where you left off, set your timer for the next task. The content matters less than the consistency. Over time, your brain learns that this sequence means a change is coming, and that reduces the resistance and the time lost getting unstuck. I would use this between work tasks before leaving the house, ending leisure time to begin a responsibility, wrapping up a hyper-focus session. Now, I want to say this clearly. Time blindness is not a moral failure. It is not proof that you're unreliable or that you don't care. It is a well-documented neurological experience, and it is something you can build systems around. Your brain is not broken. It just works differently, and different requires different tools. The fact that you're here learning about this already says something important about who you are. So if this was helpful, subscribe to the channel, like below. I don't want you to miss our next video. We're always adding new material. And if you're ready to go deeper, visit asdlifecoaches.com to learn more about working with a coach one-to-one. You don't have to do this alone. Until next time.